Hello and welcome back to Disco Elysium. So I just want to check what checks we have available still. So we can't get Gaston anymore, we've locked it. Rene's are definitely locked. Composure with Andre is reopened though. Is there anything else in there? Logic with Andre. We should try that. And logic with Suna. Yeah, so we should definitely head over this way. We also need to find Lizzie, who's over here. And we now know her full name, which is... Is it useful? Probably not, but you know, maybe at some point. And we also know that Ruby's likely in a shack around here. We also know where there's like an empty shack. Is it this one? No, it's not this one. It's like further up. There's an empty shack up here, isn't there? Yeah. Let's have a look. Why not? I mean, she's in there. She's in there. I don't think she is. I think she's in the very, very well sealed, locked bit that we can't get into. But let's have a look. Nobody in here. It could be that someone's going to be in here once we find out that they're in here. That's something that could be there. Okay. So, let's continue back this way. We could ask around here as well to see if anybody knows where the person we're looking for is, but we'll leave that for just now. Instead, head right up here to the church. So we got one level up, so we might as well double logic, and we got the composure check to do so. Makes sense. Ooh, what's this? There's a slit in the concrete here. A sewer? The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep in the earth. Kim, any idea what's down there? No idea. He takes his glasses off to polish. Could it be connected to one of the buildings around here? Think we might find Ruby down there? We might find her down there somewhere. There's an old storm drain system beneath Martinez that's mostly collapsed. Revachel's sewage system has been built and rebuilt 4 or 5 times now. He puts his glasses back on. In conclusion, she could be under any building, but not in there. Looks in the slit and sighs. I hope not. What's in there? Maybe it's just a storm drain for the sewer. I'm gonna yell ho into the slit. There's no echo and no answer. Okay. So that's probably what that door we can't open gets you into. Fair enough. Fair enough. Into the church. Now we also know about the pail now. That's the thing. We know about the pail a little bit. So maybe that's going to allow us to know more about this trick. And we don't really know about the pail. We just know a little bit. Anyway. Hello.
Oh, hey man. It's good to see you.
Let's composure. No words, just dance. You close your eyes and vacate your skull, leaving your brain to wonder. Where did that little fluttering light go?
Total darkness. You sink down the darkest fathoms of your own personal deep, vertebrate by vertebrate, through the unformed skulls of your mind. Here it will begin.
What was that about unformed skulls?
Psst. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Every vertebrae in your spine is an unformed skull ready to pop up and replace the old one. Like shark teeth. The one you're currently in has a little brain forming in it, waiting for its turn.
First time we've heard from her spinal cord, hopefully the last.
To rule the world.
Who are you?
I am the spinal cord.
What is happening?
From what I can see, it's about to bust a move.
Bust a move.
Foolhardy! Do you even know what's happening on the surface? Maybe 1,000 years have passed. Or maybe you started spazzing out like 2 seconds ago.
With your eyes still closed, the first thing you feel all the way back in the pivoting darkness of your own torso is warmth. You have become a triumph of rhythmoplastics. Somewhere in a smelly wooden church on the coast of Revachel, the wounds from the war you've waged in your body are healing, twist by twist, turn by turn. And I open my eyes and dance like I've never danced before. Oh, yeah. That is something else. You become a flawless, interlocking mechanism. A flesh and bone approximation of the throb coming from the speaker setup of the one called Egghead's entirely, rigidly, umbilic, without pity or fear. Free from self-awareness, no deliberation, only execution. Oh my god! The Speed Freak's would-be leader stands slack-jawed in disbelief at the hardcoreness on display. He whispers to himself, "No way!" Yes way! With his reel-to-reel mixer blasting the anthem of a future that will never come, the young man observes your moves for a second. Then blasts into the same hideous pattern, yelling, "Yeah! Ah!" He throws a screwdriver and a bunch of drill chucks into the corner, explodes into dance. Where he lacks in sharpness, he more than makes up for it in violent enthusiasm. I'm going to point to Assail. What are you doing? The young woman lifts her headphones up slightly and raises her chin, looking at you expectantly. Suna cuts in before you can repeat your question. Assail, aren't you going to dance? She turns to Suna, then back to you, and briskly shakes her head and puts her headphones back on. No, recording. The lead programmer throws the other woman an annoying glance before returning her attention back to her own work. She's still at her mainframe pressing buttons, reading printouts, but she started nodding her head along to the music. Dance! It is the law, pointing to Andre. The young man immediately bounces up and down, assumes the same dance pattern, embellishing it with some sort of waving motion. Kim, get in here. What's going on here? The lieutenant looks at you and the Speed Freaks grinding around the church, a group of unhinged lunatics. Delinquents, he grumbles. This is clearly a Code 31 emergency. Code 31, Code 31. The lieutenant squeezes the bridge of his nose, the light reflects off his glasses. He's obviously having trouble adjusting to this new reality. A Code 31 emergency, really? Yes, officer in need of assistance on the dance floor. Lieutenant crosses his arms with a bemused look. What's happening? Lieutenant forced to yell over the futuristic music blasting from the speakers. I'm not doing anything. The music made up its mind a long time ago, I'm just implementing. Good for you. He looks around the church hall. Rock on then. Hey, I called you to dance. What? I did say there was an emergency on the dance floor, did I not? The emergency. Not enough, Kim. Oh, come on, Harry. Did that just cheer him up a bit? Could be. Feels like the lieutenant cracked a little smile there. Let's go. That's it. Don't let the lieutenant leave without getting his hardcore on. What's hardcore than a little bit of dance, monkey fucker? Excuse me, what? No, stop. Immediately. Stop dancing and apologize. I don't know what got into me. I'm so sorry. I just lost control for a moment. Dance, he repeats. Monkey fucker. Then a breath of cold sea air fills the church as the lieutenant opens the door and steps out. He just left. Is there anything more I can do? I want to break the limit. The dynamic motion of your flailing body is bordering on the extreme. You're going off the charts. You feel as if turning on the hyperdrive will be a point of no return. Almost feels melancholy. Are you sure you have the entire posse along for this? Together, where are you? Here we go again. Hardcore fills the air. The sound above my head. Turn on the hyperdrive. Oh no. Music pounds through the hall of an old stave church on the coast of Martinez. Several figures are lost in their beats, their bodies pulled this way and that by sound. One of them, an officer of the RCM, suddenly stops. He appears disorientated and starts shaking violently, no longer in rhythm with the music.
The beats that you had all fired up just a moment ago seem overwhelming, nauseating. They shift and multiply like pieces of colored glass in a kaleidoscope. You're gripped by panic, alongside a dizzying feeling of deja vu. Then everything goes silent.
What's happening to me?
Not sure, but it's definitely not a normal dance floor experience. There's something seriously wrong with you, bruh.
I feel like this has happened before.
Could be. It was almost like the utter unpleasantness of the experience was breaking through the barrier of your recent memory loss.
Maybe your memory loss was caused by something like this. I should get help.
Do you know how long it would take to figure out what's really wrong with you? The interviews? The poking and prodding that you'll undergo? All this excitement of dancing and dancing harder. And even feigning real hard is better than dragging your feet from office to office, examination room to examination room. All mercilessly white, bright, and smelling of antiseptic.
Besides, you've got a case to solve right now, and you won't get to solve it if you turn yourself into a lab rat. Whatever's wrong with you can wait. What happens next?
You'll lay here in complete darkness for a while, far away from everything and everyone. Then consciousness will slowly begin to return. It won't be fun. But you already know. It rarely is.
Oh, we don't look good. Oh, there you are, man. Don't worry, I've seen this happen before to people partying too hard. You're dehydrated and all. Where's Kim? Dunno what happened between you guys, but it was not cool. You should go out and talk to him. Give him a moment. He comes over with a cup of water and puts it to your lips. See, this is why you need distilled water. How long was I out for? When exactly did you lose consciousness? When you started shaking or when you were already on the ground? As Sale raises an amused eyebrow, she replies, 30 minutes or so. I think I had a seizure. Nah, you just rave too hard. The beat gets so hard, you know, and you were just rolling super hard in on it. Maybe this is what happened to me when I lost my memory. It did look like you short-circuited, she says, flipping through printouts. Yep, sounds like a seizure, and you probably had a more massive one a few days back. Boy, it was intense, but I'm pulling myself back together. Boy, I'm all out of juice. Well, you might be imagining it, but it feels like Egghead turned the volume down. Such is his respect. Man, now. The would-be leader stutters with excitement. Now imagine if we could do that, right? But with like 1,000 people? End of human development, mission complete. Right, it's static. Alright. You're absolutely beat, muscles relaxed and feet like noodles underneath. That's all for now. Now that you've acquired some stimulants, time for a little pick-me-up. I'm not doing this right now. I'm not taking speed right now. I'm quite alright. Let's head out here. I'll take a speed when I want to take speed, okay? I don't need a tutorial. I know what I'm doing. Is Kim out here? We need a word. If he is. It's all dark. Oh, there we go. It's colder outside than you were expecting. You see the lieutenant standing there, a small cloud of white escaping from his mouth. He turns to you but says nothing. He's waiting to see what you do. For God's sake, say you fucked up, please. I think I fucked up back there. You think? Okay, scratch that. I definitely fucked up. Yes, and? Lieutenant stares impassively. What are you, a petulant child? He expects you to apologize. And I'm sorry. Let me ask you something. He leans in to inspect you. Oh, what do you see when you look at me? My half-brother. That's what you're supposed to say, of course. But you know what you didn't say? Revacholian. I don't suppose anyone ever questions whether you belong here. Whatever your faults, you're a solid detective. You're obviously Revacholian. I was born here, grew up here. It's the only home I've ever known. And there's a good chance I'll die in the line of duty here, too. But to most of my countrymen, I will always be some monkey fucker. To me, you're my partner. For a moment, the lieutenant seems to be suppressing something uncomfortable. Then he clears his throat. The lieutenant's not comfortable with emotional openness. He's eager to change the subject. Well, good. Because we are partners. Now, if I have some personal matters I'd like to get in order. If you don't object, I'm going to leave the rest of the day's investigation to you. Wait, I wasn't done. Try not to break anything while I'm gone. I'll see you in the morning, detective. Kim, no, not again. I need you in the evening. It's always in the evening. Ah, Kim. Oh, who knew that skipping the search to go dancing would be a problem again? Right, well, what do we do now? We have to kill time till it's... Right. Well, I don't know. We could go and try and seduce that person again. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? Right. We got our seduction clothes on. Do we have seduction clothes? Both good questions. We have anti-seduction clothes on right now. We have -1 suggestion. That's +1 here. We're now at 0 suggestion. Now you might be saying, hey, but like the check's not open. Well, you see, we still have a level up by my counting, so we should be fine. Hopefully this takes a long time. Wait, we only have 1 suggestion? Oh, okay. What's our anti-suggestion? Oh, I'll switch our boots back as well to the perception boots because I like them better. The anti-perception, not perception, the anti-suggestion is the white shirt. Okay, well, we will wear a different shirt then. How about a white polo shirt instead? Right. Cool. We now have suggestion +1. So here, I believe it's locked, but I'm going to double check it is locked.
Aye, the sea's gonna come.
Cool. So suggestion. It's a 7 already. Let's level it. Go.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
58%. Let's go. You think she really needs more of that after a man died at sea? Then what do I do then? What if I told you it's actually possible to go on a date sober? I'm listening. Before recorded history, men and women were able to do simple, very primitive things together sober. Acknowledge the situation and keep it basic. I'm a drunk. Don't know if you've noticed, so I usually ask people to drink with me. I have, and I don't really. She hesitates. You just want to go for a walk. What kind of a monster doesn't want to go for a walk? Walks are innocent. This time though, actually, you know what? We'll go simple. Lillian, walk with me. Just a walk? She feigns extreme surprise. Oh no, officer. I would not have taken you for an innocent perambulator. Well, I am. That's why you should definitely agree. He's thinking, eyes mapping your rugged features. Where would this walk take us, officer? Nothing creepy, strange, or out there. Keep it airy and simple. There's a nice view on the beach I found. Land's End. Alright, I will walk with you. She raises her finger, but you need to understand that nothing is going to happen. We're just walking. Hey, it's just a good old-fashioned walk. I like it. Me too, she replies with sudden sincerity. It's been ages since I just had a normal conversation with one of you guys. She means men. I do, yes. A stroll on the beach sounds nice. She nods. Alright, I guess I'll be seeing you at Land's End in the evening when it gets dark, alright? Doesn't wait for an answer. You better get ready. But like... It's not dark yet. What do I do to spend the time? Wait, what's Joyce doing over here? What's Joyce doing over here? You know what we could do? We need to waste time somehow. Let's go have a story. That's a good time waster. Hello. I'd like a story, please.
Tequila sunset.
Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around here lately?
I don't really remember seeing any woman after losing my keys.
Really has no idea who this Ruby is, sire. Okay, anyone else? You?
Danko.
Hey, wake up. No waking him. Okay, you?
The legend. He's back and thirsty. I got smokes and piss and a little speed to spice things up.
Yeah. Why don't you give me some Pilsner? And a pack of smokes. Thanks. Appreciate it. Hey,
Tequila sunset.
I got more booze. Can you tell me the next story now?
Of course, drink first, story later.
He holds out his palm. I got this blue medicinal spirit. How about that? He raises his palm as if to shun you back to wherever you came from.
No. Contrary to popular belief, I enjoy being alive.
Okay. Here, I've got a potent Pilsner.
Not much, but it will do.
He grabs the bottle from your hand and uncorks it immediately.
The tale I'm about to tell you is an urban legend particular to Martinez.
He lifts the bottle to his lips, taking a long, luxuriant sip.
As said, I first heard it from a former bicycle courier in the Quran. There are many variations on the basic story, and the details often conflict. What everyone agrees on is that nobody knows the exact nature or identity of the phenomenon. Are you telling the story of the headless? Shut the fuck up, Rosemary.
He clears his throat.
Summer of 44. 17-year-old Gertrude is walking home from a late shift at the harbour. It's almost midnight. She stops for a cigarette near the canal. Our heroine finds herself enjoying the peace and quiet the canal provides.
He looks up to the sky as if searching for peace himself.
What she doesn't know is that her peace is about to be shattered. From behind her comes the clattering hooves. Startled, she turns around, and what does she see?
The giant of Coconur.
What? No, I told you it's a Martinez legend. It's a man.
The pause is long and dramatic.
With no head on his shoulders, wearing a flan tracksuit, searching for the legendary flan cap that went missing when he lost his head.
Wait, I thought the headless flan rider rode a bull. I'm going to show him the figurine.
Well, there are many versions of this story, most peculiar of which is the headless flan rider riding on the back of another headless man.
That's super spooky.
Yeah, well, according to legend, young Gertrude had to endure years of psychotherapy before she was able to look at a horse or a tracksuit again, and she's one of the lucky ones.
He takes a sip from his bottle.
Gertrude may have been the first to witness the headless flan rider, but she wasn't the last, oh no.
Tell him about the two feminists by the locks.
Fuck Rosemary, they were dating. No one said they were feminists. Everyone was misremembering this stuff. Alright, early autumn of 46, Ula Dupont and Eva Delgado are fishing near the waterlock long after the sun has set. The wind picks up, sky already dark now, blackens, water starts falling from above, the first cold rain of the season. The women are caught in a downpour. They act quickly, Eva gathers the rods whilst Ula turns around to reach for the tackle box.
Don't turn around, don't turn around.
When she sees something, her shriek is so violent the residents of a nearby apartment building believe lightning has struck. But there is no lightning, only a heavy downpour and the silhouette of the headless flan rider looming on the horizon. Ula makes a run for the shore, but Eva slips on a wet rock and disappears into the cold, cold canal with nary a sound.
The man falls ominously silent for a moment, then looks at you straight in the eye and says,
Her body is never recovered.
What happened to Ula Dupont?
Word on the street is she,
Makes a finger pistol with his right hand and lifts it up to his chin.
Gave herself facial deconstruction surgery, real grisly stuff. Anyway, that is the story of the headless flan rider. Pretty crazy, huh?
Who was the headless flan rider before he died?
Well, Tequila, that's part of the legend. No one knows for sure. There are a couple possibilities, though. Some say he was an undercover cop who blew his cover and got beheaded by the vicious gang he had infiltrated. Now he rides, searching for his lost flan cap, plotting revenge.
O headless brother, where art thou?
Others claim he was a professional jockey who veered off course during a steeplechase, ended up in someone's backyard, got decapitated by an exceptionally taut clothesline. Personally, I think it was just some guy who hanged himself from a really cold tree and the fall was so violent his head came clean off. Coincidentally, at that exact moment, a horse happened to pass under him and his beheaded corpse mounted it, where it remains to this day, but then no one really knows.
For some reason, this does strike you as the most plausible theory of them all. I've got to agree, your theory sounds the most plausible.
Isn't it? All the pieces fit together perfectly, that's how I know it's right. Anyway, each to his own. You want to hear any other stories?
I've already seen some weird shit on this case. A headless jockey in a tracksuit fits right in.
Oh, that's the reality situation for you. You think you got a handle on it, then blam! It throws some wild shit at you.
Takes a long swig, then smiles.
That's why it's critical to stay well hydrated.
That's nothing, I got an even crazier story.
Yeah, why don't you go eat shit, Tequila? There's no way you know a better one.
Well, the gnome of Jeroma dissolves its victims with acid.
Acid Gnomes? Sounds like a stupid low-concept band name.
Okay, whatever became of the headless flan rider?
No one knows. Some say he stalks Martinez to this day and could be seen near the canal when the clock strikes midnight. Makes a spooky gesture with his furry hand.
I saw him one night when we were right shit-faced. Got any more urban myths?
I actually do have one, the strangest of them all, but I need to fortify myself before I can tell that one. Do you have anything to fortify old Doom Spiral? Tell me you got some you got some story juice. Man, you really bleed me dry here, I don't want to give you any more. Very hard to tell a story when one's mouth is dry.
Okay. Hey, got any more booze?
The legend. He's back and thirsty.
Give me
I got smokes and piss and a little...
Thank you. Right. Hello.
Tequila sunset.
Sorry for being a buzzkill earlier. I'll supply the booze if you supply the stories.
Wonderful.
He claps his hands together. Here, have some more pills in there. Right.
This last one is from the most Martinez story I've ever heard.
He takes an almost comically long swig. Thus fortified, he continues.
I'd never heard it mentioned outside of here. At first I thought it was a joke, to be honest, but I've been on the coast 8-9 months now, and in that time I've seen at least 3 expeditions come through searching for something.
Cryptids?
Magical animals? No man, this is serious stuff.
A place to call home?
No, Tequila. Most people already know where to live. It's guys like you and me that are the exceptions.
You lost keys?
Hey, fuck you, Tequila,
he says, his voice level. Okay, what kind of expeditions?
All kinds. I've seen archaeologists, gangsters, even a couple of ad agency types. I'm telling you, Tequila, this thing's got a pull on certain kinds of people.
Wait, what do you mean certain kinds of people?
You know, obsessive types. People with predilections. Predilections.
What exactly are we talking about here?
Some of those expeditions have come back after a week or so looking haggard and dejected. Others don't return at all. The first time I saw one of these expeditions, I thought that they were fucking with me. There was no way it could be true. It's just too high concept, even for me. I'm not even sure I should be telling you this story, to be perfectly honest. You're in such a fragile state. Might be too much for you to handle.
I can handle it.
Oh, okay, fine, I'll tell you. But I'll warn you, it's pretty out there.
His eyes narrow with mystery.
Our story begins at a legendary design studio right here in Martinez. But there was this designer, his exact name is lost to history, but in life he was a legend. Made it big in Orange, where he did some real pioneering work on grotesque and sans serif typography. A fucking genius, man.
He takes a swig, wipes his mouth, and then continues.
If he even existed, who knows? It is a legend. It is an urban legend after all. Anyway, sometime later, he started his own personal studio here in Martinez, and that's when he really started working on some really wild stuff. I'm talking about some glass, smooth, forward-looking design language, the kind of thing that would totally overthrow the old regime, design-wise.
A paradigm-shattering revolutionary?
But then something turns. You see, it's widely known that Noose Candy and pioneer graphic design work don't exactly go hand in hand.
Nose candy.
You know tequila.
He taps the side of his nose twice.
Nose candy. The right white railroad party powder.
He's talking about cocaine, baby. Are you referring to cocaine?
Shit, yeah, tequila. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
He gives you a comradely bump on the shoulder as a couple of millimeters of booze slosh out of his bottle. What's what happened to him?
You gotta understand, this work this guy was doing was so high concept that regular amounts of cocaine just weren't cutting it. But in the end, they were bringing him in by the lorry load. Now, as you might imagine, snorting that much cocaine can't be healthy for a regular human, right?
Right. Wrong. Do it all the time. All the time? All day, baby.
Hey tequila, pay attention. The story goes that one day, balls deep in work on what he thought would be his piece de resistance, an advert so minimal it contained neither text nor images, just pure white. Apparently the idea was too high concept even for this genius. He dropped dead right at his desk before he finished. His last words recorded to have been, "It's as white as a blizzard of cocaine."
What a loss for the world of design.
I know, tequila, I know.
He takes a swig, considers pouring some out for this lost genius, then thinks better of it.
But the story doesn't end there. Supposedly when they performed this autopsy, the coroner discovered nearly a quarter kilo of coke jammed into his nasal cavity.
That's almost certainly anatomically impossible. Wrong again, nerd. When there's a will, there's a way.
Oh, it's right. 250 grams of blood accumulated in there over the years. We're talking high-grade Samarizian pure, not that cut-rate shit your grandma does. There are those who believe that the designer was buried with quarter key and nose candy still lodged in his sinuses. That's what those expeditions were looking for.
The cocaine skull. The cocaine skull?
The cocaine skull.
And wow. No, he corrects you.
Wow.
And why do people think the skull is here in Martinez?
Here's the kicker. This designer, this lead designer of world famous design studios was born in Martinez. A little boy, Martin Martinez. That's why he brought his studio here back to where it began. That's why they buried him here too, perhaps under Abe's pipe there. He points to the pipe. Or probably further down the coast in some yard in Martinez proper, in mausoleum, no one knows exactly.
No, my grandma always told me his grave lies somewhere in the islets in the bay. My only question is, where does one get a shovel? Rosemary, you said something about islets?
Oh, listen to him or his grandma, he's making something up.
No, my grandma told me. I always heard other people say it too. It's underwater, or no, or maybe it was the storm sewers.
The storm sewers?
Ooh. What have you learned from the other expeditions?
We're pretty vague about it in general. The anxious like to claim they're looking for a grave of a friend with picks and shovels. The archaeologists act all official about it, saying they've conducted some serious research. Honestly, I think they're not really scientists, just rich. The junkies, for some reason, are pretty upfront about it. They say they're looking to snort some blow at a dead man's naval casualty. Cavity.
Honest men on honest quest. You should join them.
I know I'd say I know about as much about it as anyone on the coast.
What do these expeditions plan to do with it?
Oh, archaeologists say they want to put it in a museum. The gangsters say what to sell on the black markets. The ad agency guys said they're seeking inspiration.
Bullshit, they just want to snort it. You could beat them to it, Harry. You could snort the magical skull cocaine instead.
I'm pretty sure they all want to snort it, though.
Why wouldn't they, eh? Sounds like the right strong stuff. Okay, I'm convinced. Let's go find it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on a minute. Finding it right now is literally impossible.
What? Why?
For one, the way is blocked. That big lorry that says Delta Logistics Company on the side. You definitely have to search the area behind that lorry. Yet it is impossible. Second, outfitting an expedition like that is expensive and it'd be big production to do the cocaine skull justice. You need new gear, people who know what they're doing, all kinds of provisions. It's just not feasible with an economic and temporal frame of our current setup. Matter of fact, unless a bunch of money just falls out under the sky, we might never know what's up with that skull.
Damn, that's too bad. Wait, maybe there's another way. Maybe up the coast? Up around the coast? Don't give up now.
Yeah, who knows? Really, situation is for you. Who knows, though? Maybe someday we'll get our chance.
Are there any more stories you can tell?
Not I can think of currently.
That makes sense. You have been drinking a lot.
That might be the case, yes.
I'll be seeing you. It only lasted half an hour. Look. Fine, I'll have the speed. You raise the bottle, close the nostril, and inhale furiously. The rush is almost immediate. It tastes bitter and caustic and sticks a bit inside your nose. Good to have you back, Officer Megacop. The world has been waiting. Now the taste is slowly receding in your throat. The rush is growing in intensity. Your little heart pounding like a bird in a cage. A sweat breaks out across your brow. Your jaw clenches. Find speed and sniff it 30 XP. Lowered our health though. Let's be honest, there's a little chest pain. The good kind, of course. You may want to blast a nosefed or something. You could work with this high, like literally work. Solve the case, file some papers, maybe clean up your hostel room, then solve another case and start a side investigation to a paranatural, then build a radio computer. Whoa, this shit is strong. This shit is disco. Feels great. Are there any downsides to this at all? To this, you kidding me? There are downsides to not being on it. There are massive downsides. It's a potent neurotoxin. You're turning yourself into a afraid idiot. Cool, let's boogie. Spring. Everything is clear around you. Ready to concentrate on the next task and chat in the task chain. And yes, it's basically telling us that this is a boost to all of our yellow skills. Cool. We didn't really need the tutorial, but that's fine. I also have smokes, but I'm not going to equip them right now because it will just get it to want me to smoke. You know what? Fine, I'll equip them right now. There we go. There is a brave little army in your pocket. The first smoke platoon, plenty brave souls standing in salute, ready to step into the fire for you, sir. Pull out one out the pack. You picked the best one. This soldier is fat and succulent. What are you waiting for? Light up. Rebecome yourself. Light it up. Get a load of this rock and roll cop here, people. Johnny Thundercop fishes a cheap lighter out of his pants. With a flick of a thumb, there's fire, primal satisfaction. Here we go. The lighter's dark green. Disposable plastic. Safety's off in your case. The safety is always off. Let's dip that bad boy in the flame and breathe in. Intelligence up, health is dropping. Save ourselves there. Thick warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs. Immediately you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head and body and soul. A nostalgia for yourself, the man you were in your youth. Johnny Thundercop is back and he's chill as balls. Hey, we got experience in the level up though. Cool, I'll take that. So we now have another level up. So we've got one level up left. Okay, task-wise, meet Lillian at North End, Land's End. Let's see if she's there. Yeah, she might be there now. I mean, it's not evening, but it has got a little darker. I mean, 6:30, I'd count that as the evening. It might mean that we have to wait until after 9, though. I think 6:30 is that. The sun's gone down a little. Right? Maybe... So she should be all the way down here at Land's End. See, this is where I think you get into the storm sewer and then find Ruby. That's just my theory, though. Right, all the way along here. She there? She is there. Nice. We're here for a walk. We're all juiced up. We've got smokes. We're on speed. Let's go. We're not drunk, though. The woman gazes steadily at the waves. A sudden gust picks up her dark hair and lets it fall again, tousled, wild. She brushes a few stray locks from her eyes and only then spots you approaching.
Aye, so here you are, mid-noon, and the rain is ice cold as always. And it appears the drunks and teenagers haven't arrived yet. Know that you're not the first guy to bring a girl to Land's End. This is what locals call a make-out spot. That is not going to happen here today. I just want to make that clear, Dimples.
She turns to face the sea once more. Her thoughts are still elsewhere, with distances across the water and with the water itself. Across rusty water, that's La Delta, the financial district. In the mist-covered distance, towers rise as a rebuke to the poverty of the coast. You seem surprised that I made it. She chuckles. Drinking men ain't known for keeping their appointments. Well, I'm sorry you had to wait. Hey, it's no bother. Don't get many excuses to spend time alone, what with my trio of monsters. She means her kids. I think I spend too much time alone. Aye, by the looks of you, you do. Well, where now? She nods to you, a playful glint in her eyes. As she turns back to the sea, the weather begins to clear under her steady gaze. Here it comes, she says. So fast as to make it seem like the weather turns at her command. Wait, did you just do that? Me? No, she laughs. Grew up on the sea, know which way the wind's blowing and all. Knew the weather would clear up once we got here, otherwise it would have been a less pleasant stroll, nay? You should say something, anything. Maybe the tequila sunset thing. No, I'm gonna not say that. The sun reflected in the waves, and the skyscrapers rising across the bay is mesmerizing. Your mind clears for a moment as your senses take it all in. Not just the glass skyscrapers fragile looking in the shimmering air, River Esperance flowing into the bay. Isn't it strange, she breaks the silence abruptly, for this all-powerful thing, the sun, to be so generous towards us. You know, the best time to go out fishing is usually towards sunset when the water is warmer. The sun also falls onto the Capeside tenements and the war-torn ruins. An old sea fortress juts out, seemingly impervious to the sheen cast over everything else, shaking you out of your reverie. Oh, maybe that's where Ruby is, and maybe you get there through the drainage system. Possibly. The sun does little for the dead, and those hopelessly lost in their own minds. For people living in the desert, climates with sparse vegetation and little drinking water. Is that why you named your boat the Sun? Oh, that was a bit of pride and a bit of superstition. And a bit of conceptual unity too, it being yellow and all. I'm not sure the desert people are happy with too much sunlight. Now you're just nitpicking, she smiles. But I concede maybe desert people sometimes disagree. Let's enjoy the view. There's salt in the air, and the cries of the gulls and the skuas, the grit of sand and the green glint of broken bottles. But still your gaze always returns to the dazzling streaks of light, wherever they may be reflected, their opulence. It's bringing us spring, summer. It's entirely on our side, no matter what we do or who we are. For absolutely no reason. It's unlike no other powerful being, certainly no other powerful organization or government. How can that be? No political speech. Just say, well, something's got to be on our side. She nods. I guess we wouldn't really be here if that thing wasn't on our team. Maybe some general remarks before you say something big. Work your way up to cool. Your lost love, artful background. Do you wish you were out there fishing right now? I always do. I like it. It's like being on another planet, a water planet with water worries and water joys. The wind ruffles her hair as she looks at the settling sun. There's an interesting lilt in your voice. Oh, thank you. I'm half Ubi. My mother was from Ubi Sunt. Not a lot of sun there, I hear, though I've never been there. Okay. Let's go for it. I say, you know what? You have fish hooks in your ears. These, she turns her head and they dangle. These aren't real fish hooks, silly. They're earrings shaped to look like fish hooks. A drunk called Rosemary brought them to me, and I kept them. She's right. They're mostly made of plastic, a cheap novelty gift you buy from a flower shop or a kiosk. The wind ruffles her hair as she looks at the settling sun. Time to think. Let's go. 72. Here we go. 2 different approaches to cap this off of style. So, a massive thermonuclear reaction, 5 billion years old, the sun is a god. Or, the only fault of the sun is it shines on as well as our enemies. Second one. That it does, but then, are we also enemies to our enemies, eh? So she shines on us, and the cops and the commies and the killers and the saints, you know. The wind's gonna pick up soon and I have to go, but she takes her sword out of the scabbard. The blade shines in the gathering dark. She hands it to you. Have this. The sun's good, but it doesn't stick things. I've no use for it anymore. Think we can do this again sometime? She smiles sadly. Doubt it, but thank you for the company. This is as far as it goes with her. You need to put a year between you and your last drink for anything more. Are you sure you don't need the sword? No, men around here are too drunk to pose a threat to me. Well, thank you for coming on this walk with me. Farewell. She nods to you and turns to go. As she walks off, the wind picks up and the light from the sun seems to fade. the crumbling silhouette of the failed electrical R&D towers in the distance, beckoning. We got the standard 115mm saber. The blade of this mass-produced saber has dulled over the years. You won't slice or stab anyone, but it still commands respect in your hand, however. Holding on to its bakelite hilt fills you with a sense of purpose and memory of the date. Equip this to impress yourself. Well, we have a sword now, and for that we should be grateful. We've finished our meeting, and now it is time to walk gracefully back. Well, actually, there's Rene's coat. To walk gracefully back to steal Rene's coat? You know what, let's do that now. Well, I still remember. I mean, we already have a coat that Rene could have been wearing on. I completely forgot that Rene's coat might be in the guardhouse. That was a really nice date, though. That was good. Got a little bit more of a view into the world. I really like that in the game. Like, that it doesn't force things to happen. Which might sound weird, because obviously the whole point of this is that it's got to be, like, of anything, is that there's got to be conflict in the story. But in this game, it's world building, things just happen. Like, they happen as they would happen. Oh, she's standing there. Well, we'll speak to her later. But things just, like, the world doesn't need us in it to exist in how its story works, if that makes sense. If we weren't here, the world would go on. I quite like that as a way of doing this world building. We are simply seeing small snippets of the world one bit at a time. But the rest of it is fine. Wait, what's that drifting out? Nothing drifting out, it's the tree. Or something like... Yeah, it's the tree there. And we're just walking further away, so it's changing perspective. But yeah, like, there's nothing crazy pushing us forward. It's just people living their lives. So his guard's place was up here, wasn't it? We might have to go the long way around to get there. I think we can head up this way to reach the guard bit. No, we can't. Okay. Wait, no, we can totally head this way. That's fine. I think is this where the guard bit was? Yeah, I think it was. Let's head this way. I think it's still possible to go to the guard bit with our new sword. Hey, maybe Kim will like our sword when we see him next. That'd be nice. I don't need to do anything behind Lieutenant Kitsuragi's back. I want him back. I don't want him mad at us. What we did. I mean, he's justified to be mad at us, but, you know, I don't want him to be. This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads Rene Arnaud. Rene left his uniform neatly folded on the table. Take it, it's just there, who cares? It's not like anyone's gonna need it. Mine now. You got the jacket and the pants. As you take the colourful uniform, a few cookie crumbs fall to the floor. Rene must have had a sweet tooth. So we can now wear one to Revacholian nationhood and reaction speed pants. The beautifully adorned jacket of the Royal Carabiners has 3 stars on its shoulders and the word Capitan written on the chest. Neatly patched here and there, it's impossible not to feel love for the fatherland when you wear it. And then the Royal Carabiner pants. These pants are made from synthetic, lightweight fibre and designed to let the Carabiners' legs and groin breathe. Red stripes are there to inspire courage, while the golden stripe symbolises the patriotic flame in the wearer's heart. Okay. So, what does this do when we put it on? It does something. We definitely look stylish. Does it show us what it does? That was not what I meant to do. What did I do? I just took off our coat. That does not show what it does. Does that add a thought in here? If I knew what this did, it would add a thought probably. Or maybe it adds something that I can't see. So I'm not still as sure what the +1 to Revacholian nationhood does. Wow, this jacket makes you feel strong, as if your blood is mixing with that of the venerable Philippian loyalists of old. Mixing. Does my blood need mixing, or is it good as it is? Apologies, you're right. The need for a strong central government has always been clear to you. You're a true patriot of Revachol, born to do it. Time to clean up the streets and restore the city to its former glory. Whether you like it or not, this jacket gives you a serious nationalist cred. Okay. So do we get a bonus from it now? I don't know. I don't think so. It's very weird. I'm going to put the commander's jacket back on. And then the trousers are of course cool. But wait, does that mean if I wear these ones we get something else? We do! Okay. These are wonderfully regular pants. Not too tight, not too loose. Moderate in every sense. You'll blend right in at some pleasant dinner party. Ooh, I like regular normal things. I know you do. These intersolary pants are like wearing a perfect compromise in your nether regions. No one will ever call you moral in turn. Well, call the moral in turn on you like this, that's for sure. You feel a little moralist now, buddy. A little more normal, even if you didn't want to. Makes sense. This is what wearing boring office trousers does to you. So does this give us anything? Because we actually have Kingdom of Conscience. Kingdom of Conscience. What if I take them off? Nothing. Apart from we look a bit awful. And the other one that we have, I still don't know what these are doing. Indirect mode. Does that say indirect modes of taxation? Sure. The luxury of fine things. Just look at these black monk straps. After spending an entire day hustling, it was to say you didn't deserve a pair of ridiculously expensive shoes on your tired feet. You're right. Beautiful things do make people happy. Beautiful things gives you a rush. It's power, crafting your style, draping your flesh in silk and leather, deciding how to present yourself to the world. Remember when they come to take it away from you? You worked for those shoes. Whether you like it or not, wearing those shoes has made you more liberal, ultra liberal. They're either a gateway drug or a booster pack to get you deeper into the free market ideology. Wow, you work hard. Do I? Oh yeah, you hustle. You're a real provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide. Yeah, I do. I guess I do, yeah. Oh yeah, it feels like a horse. A workhorse for hard work. What hard work do I do exactly? Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum after you re-emerged. That's a sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way. You won't let it break you. You ride. I fucking ride till I die, bitch. That's just what it's like. Life and death. But you got gills on your side, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of innocents on them. You bring in the Franconedros and the Solus. But it ain't easy. But you do it. Day in and day out. You don't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop and a sprinter and a money printer. Yeah, well. I mean, yeah, I did take that bribe from that Joyce woman. Oh yeah, you took that bribe hard. You're a killer. I can't say I didn't make that ceiling guy give me some of his money either. Can't say that. You shook him. You're a killer, a shark. You could say I took some money from that Manana guy too. You didn't log that in as a donation either. You didn't log any of this shit in. You're a straight rider. Oh, and then there's that pawning stuff off to that suspicious Roy guy. Yeah, you're in the sales business. Shake him for shit and then pawn it off. Law officer style. I guess I made some gills, sure. Yeah, sure. Has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die. Now ask yourself. Are you rich? No, I'm actually not. That's right, you work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that? It's because that Garty guy riding my ass. The Garty man has set himself up as one of those self-replicating money structures. You should learn from that. Don't play the victim. Think hustler. Think of your head. The system is broken. Boo-hoo, the system is broken. The establishment is keeping me down. That's not the fuck yeah attitude you're used to. What's this? Why are you so poor? Fucking taxes, man. That's right, 100%. Fucking G-man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, or so much as sneeze. Aren't taxes almost non-existent in the gossamer state that is Revachol? I thought there were no taxes. Yeah, you and I both, but they got those indirect modes of taxation, sales tax, excise duty, Extraction tax, tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus there's the stuff people in other countries pay for that makes them ask for more money from you here. The Gossamer states a myth in the total coalition government is taking 98% of all your money. No fucking way. I guess I'm a free market fundamentalist now. Here you go, hustler. Fight the righteous fight. Free the people. Keep it real. Keep it street. Keep foaming at the mouth furiously on the tax issue. Indirect modes of taxation. First, you have a side bitch ideology cooking somewhere. Don't sweat it. Fighting indirect taxation for the Gossamer estate is compatible with all creeds. It's cool like that. You're a cool anarchist now, unless you don't want to be an anarchist. Whatever. Stuff this meal ticket in your eye socket and let's see if we can steal some love back from the robber barons at the customs agency and the banditos at the Insulindian Financial Oversight and Competition Committee. Okay, well, that's quite a lot of stuff really, but wait a second. Put our shoes back. Do we have any more? I know I just said that's quite a lot of stuff. But like, are there any? Nope, I think that's it. I'm just going to move this one back up here so that, you know, we don't have a space. There we go. That's better. Right, well, with that, we have a sword. We don't have Kim. We may have been slightly racist to him. We've got another hour and a half to kill, so I'm going to end the episode here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.